we're pleased with the return of points from both the games. Another difficult game tomorrow, but no, I'm really pleased with the effort and at times the quality the players are giving me at the minute.
Can I ask you about the three Australian lads and what are Celtic say they're in talks to try and keep Thomas Rogic? Are you trying to keep three for the Edinburgh Derby, or is that possible?
I don't know if it's going to be possible. We will keep an eye on the situation. It's not ideal and it's not what we were told was going to happen, so we're a little bit disappointed, very disappointed with that. But we'll get on with it, and we've got two very important games before that we have to negotiate, and then if the lads leave, then we'll use what's left of the squad. To be fair, we beat Celtic without the three of them being involved, so we can manage.
What had you thought was going to happen? Do you think they were going to be available for that and then move on?
Yeah, or at least have maybe one or two around for the Hearts game. That's what was discussed, a few months ago.
There was, or possibly still is, the opportunity to ask for a game to be postponed.
We're not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. It's a big game and it's a time of year, and it could provide a fixture backlog later on, and we're not in the mindset of calling the game off. We're playing well, and if we're getting momentum after Ibrox, then hopefully that'll work in our favour. But I don't see any need to call the game off.
What have you made of Livingston, Neil? Because they came in as a surprise package, certainly from promotion, but they can't be a surprise package now, given what they've achieved so far.
No, they've been superb. Another great win on Friday. They beat us earlier on the season. I think the majority of the points have come at home. It's Almondvale or the Macaroni Stadium is a very difficult place to go and get a result now. And if you look at the progress that Livingston have made over the past couple of years, it's been meteoric, really. So delighted for Gary. He was out of the game for a while, and I know he was, itching to get back in. And you see him; he's got a smile on his face, and he's enjoying what he's doing. So very pleased for him. He's doing a great job there, and we know how difficult the game is. It's an important game for us because, again, if we win, we can, get ourselves around the top six again.
I think it was 7 of the players who played last week against us. In fact, they came through. They played in League One for Livingston a couple of seasons ago. These players have progressed, obviously, and are now playing with a huge amount of confidence, haven't they?
Yeah, and continuity and familiarisation, and they've made the step. I watched them a few times last season. The mentality was superb. Particularly the 2 playoff games against Thistle, and you have to remember they played 4 games before that as well at the end of a grueling season. So fitness levels are good, mentality's good, and yeah, very, very impressive team.
What were your memories of the 2-1 defeat earlier on the season? Was there much you could take from it?
Yeah, I mean, we took the lead and then we got really sloppy defensively for the 2 goals. People say Livingston threw the ball in the box. The 2 goals were very good individual goals. Really poor defending from our point of view. So we have to defend, and we will, I'm sure, defend better than that. Come tomorrow. But there wasn't much between the games. I thought, or the teams. I thought first half we were the better team, and once we got the goal, I thought we'd go on and win it. But again, we talk about the mentality of the Livingston team. They came right back at us.
Pleasing you're going into this one with a bit of renewed confidence.
Yeah, it's good, with clean sheets and, points on the board. Disappointed with some aspects of the game on Wednesday, but I can't ask for everything. The players have beaten Celtic, drawn with Rangers, so arguably taking 4 off the 2 best teams in the country at the minute. 3 clean sheets. So in a really difficult period of the season, they're performing very well.
The Livingston are sitting 6th at the moment. How much do you view them as genuine top 6 contenders?
Well, they're 6th on merit, so there's no reason, and with January coming they may look to strengthen, so there's no reason that they can't be deemed as top 6 contenders at the minute. We're 19, 20 games into the season and they're still there, so yeah, they're a threat to anybody. As are St Johnstone, as obviously Kilmarnock are in their hearts, so it's a real fight at the minute.
The top 4 at the moment are only split by a few points. How frustrated are you at the moment to be outside of that?
I think with the run that we had, I'm not overly frustrated. There's plenty of time to go in the season, plenty of points to play for, and we're starting to move in the right direction again, and we're starting to look like the team we were before. So that's a step in the right direction. But there's always that worry of inconsistency, but all the teams are showing inconsistencies at the minute. So if we can find that level of, picking up points when maybe we're not playing well or grinding out results, allied to, on top of that, trying to put in the performances that we know we're capable of. And I know there's more to come from the squad. Injuries are getting healthier again, so we're a little bit depleted through this period, but we're still finding a way to pick up points, which is very pleasing, obviously.
You spoke about a lot of teams being inconsistent so far this season, and also about Livingston's really good home form. It's showing Celtic haven't been great away from home, Rangers haven't been so great. For yourself, these home games, they must be vital, because so far this season teams have shown they've struggled away from home. Oh yeah, I think all games are vital, to be honest with you, at this stage, and then we can assess things after the 29th. But home form's imperative to us. Our home form's good. We've lost one game in over a year at home in all competitions, so that pleases me, obviously. So it's important we maximise the home advantage as best we can.
So how is your squad looking? Have you got players who are going to be coming back? More players are going to be coming back for these 3 games?
Well, hopefully, Dave will be in the squad, but he's not done a lot of training, David Gray. Paul's not a million miles away now. Hopefully he'll be available for the squad for Ibrox. Marciano's injury is not as maybe bad as we first thought, so I'm hoping that'll be maybe a week, 10 days. Mallin's got a groin problem, so he's a doubt for tomorrow. But Milligan's back, and fit and available, so it's sort of like one in, one out type thing. It's frustrating, but obviously the cumulative number of games takes we knew it would take its toll on the squad anyway. Nellum, he's still out with a thigh strain. Mavrias is out. Bartley's still out. So it's, apart from Mallon, it's more or less the same. The same squad as we've had the last couple of games with Dave coming in.
How's that keep Paul?
You'll not see him until he'll not make any of the games before before New Year. Sorry.
You still got a lot of players out. If the situation was to get worse before the 29th, do you have any scope for?
No.
Your decision is.
We don't want to call the game off. We want to play it, and I think that's a positive from our point of view.
What about Jamie McLaren? Because I know he's had a back issue. Are you happy with him going away when he's maybe not been playing, starting so many games for you with the coach?
There's not a lot I can do about it. He's been called up, and unless he gets an injury between now and then, he'll be going, and he'll probably want to go because he is a little bit undercooked. He may feature tomorrow at some stage, but he's been certainly not at the level he was last year, whether that be through lack of form, confidence, or the injury.
This is quite a big tournament for Rangers.
I've no idea, Bray.
It's the equivalent of European Championships for
That's great. There's no relevance to what I'm doing here at Hibs at all, and I don't know if we'll watch any of it or not. But again, it's important maybe for them, so we'll have to respect that.
How far down the line are you with movement in January?
Well, we've made tentative inquiries about 1 or 2 players, so I've spoken to a few agents and looking to bring 1 or 2 in.
What's the goalkeeper situation for tomorrow? Are you going to call players?
We'll call Kevin Dabrowski, so Adam will start and Kevin will be on the bench.
See, with Marciano's injury, when he does come back, do you have a genuine number 1 in your mind, or is it still between the two?
Still between the two, really. They've been brilliant, the 2 of them, really. Adam is, obviously injured at Hamilton. Off he came in, 2 clean sheets in a row against Hamilton. Celtic looked good. There's no reason to change that again. I have to respect that. The 2 very good goalkeepers, so that's a luxury that we have at the minute, is basically 2 number 1s. So they're fighting it out at the minute. Adam's got the jersey now because of injury, and I'm delighted with that. Delighted for your players because they both give us huge influence and presence in the goal.
Can I just ask about VAR? I know Hearts and Aberdeen spoke today about they're going to speak about hopefully bringing that in. First of all, is that something you'd like to see? And second, would you add your name to that list with Hearts and Aberdeen?
I don't know, you need to ask the board that. I don't hold the purse strings. Chief Executive's just walking out there. No, I'm an advocate of it. Obviously there's a cost, but what I saw at the World Cup I liked. You know, it changes the dynamic, it helps the referee. At the end of the day, it's the referee's decision, but it gives him, you know, more eyes on huge decisions. And you saw, you know, penalties in the World Cup that were given, that were rescinded, rightly so, and vice versa. Penalties that weren't given and then looked again and they were given. So again, it's still down to how the referee perceives it. The only debatable one for me was actually in the final with the Perisic on ball, but that's the referee's call. But I think it is definitely an added value for referees.
There's been a lot of talk this season about referees, and this week Rangers have been fined, and also Stephen Robinson has had a 5-game ban. How important do you think this is, VAR, if it can be implemented to Scottish football, to take it forward and take it as much pressure off the refs as possible and stop events like that from happening?
Look, managers are human beings, as I know, and we have emotions, and if we see perceiving injustice against their team, then at times I think they've got the right to be, you know, call it out, because it's our livelihoods at the end of the day. If there's a VAR system brought in that aids the referee, then so be it. You know, it'll certainly be an additional, for me, a welcome to the support for the referees. But you can't, you know, I'm not going to sit here and criticise managers for calling out referees. I'd be the last one to do that. But you know, they see the game as honestly as they call it, really. And Stephen's been heavily punished. I was surprised by the length of ban. And you know, we've all had our issues with referees over the years. It's not personal, it's professional.